So, who's your goalie?
You know the answer to that. 7 o'clock, you'll see him.
I want to ask you about Artemi Panarin. What have you seen from him in the first few games? I mean, he doesn't have a goal yet, but overall, how do you assess his game?
No, real good. I mean, he's played well. He made some great plays. Just because he hasn't scored doesn't mean he hasn't played well. He made some unbelievable passes last game in the power play to some guys that didn't find the back of the net. But no, I like Panarin the way he's playing, and he's working hard, get beaten hard. Like his game.
With Barclay Goodrow, with some of the gritty things that he does, do you think he might open up some stuff for Panarin, retrieving pucks, doing things like that?
Yeah, if he plays with them, he can do some of that stuff. But again, I'm happy with the way they played.
Gerard, how long does it take a team to find its identity in Vegas? It came together real easy for you. It's a natural thing that's going to take just.
Well, it's different circumstances here. We get a lot of talented hockey players, a lot of skilled players in Vegas. Those guys all came from different teams. It was more of a veteran team. I mean, you look at that team in Vegas. There's a lot of older guys. I mean, it wasn't like we had a bunch of younger kids. And so this team I really like the skill level, the talent level. It's a different makeup. We try and score a lot of goals. We got some high offensive players. It hasn't happened yet as much as we expected to happen, but I like the makeup of our team, and we're going to be, when we play a gritty game with the skill, it'll make us a better team.
Morgan Barron gets the recall. Just what went behind that decision?
Well, he had a great camp. We lost a couple of players, so we had to recall somebody, and Morgan's deserved it. So, we'll decide whether he plays tonight or not. We're not sure yet. We'll see how things go in the morning skate and go from there. But he had an excellent camp, and he's one of those kids that can skate really well and play two sides of the puck for sure.
He's played both center and wing. I'm curious what you view him as.
Both.
What have you learned about Alexis Lafreniere in the time you got to know him here?
What?
Lafreniere, how have you got to know him? What have you learned about him?
Yeah, I've been there, knowing the kid for a month now, a little more than a month, and he comes to work hard. He's been come to camp in really good shape, and he's still a young kid, and he's trying to get better every day. And his last game was, for me, a real game that he stepped out, and he had some obviously good scoring chances. He scored a real nice goal in Montreal, and he played a good two-way hockey game. And that's what we talk about with our young kids: make sure we're playing both sides of the puck, make sure we're playing a good two-way game. And I thought his last game was great.
You seem to have really taken a liking to Rooney. Why do you like him so much?
I don't know what you mean by taking a liking to him.
Yes, big minutes for you.
No, I like the way he plays. He competes, he plays hard, and he's one of those guys that, I wish Runes could score 25 or 30 goals, and then he'd be the total package because he plays hard defensively. He concentrates on face-offs, he kills penalties. So you need a mix in your team, and he's one of those mixed guys. I mean, we talk about our skill a lot, but he's one of the guys that's not overly skilled with that, but he competes hard, he plays hard, he blocks the shots, he does all the things coaches like.
The Leafs will get Matthews back tonight. What was your perspective on what he did last season and the challenge he presented?
I wish he wasn't coming back tonight, but, it's good to see him back in the league for sure, and there's no doubt. No, he's a great player. He's one of the top players in the game, and talented, skilled, and hopefully he's a little rusty, but I don't expect that. He causes lots of problems for every team, and, he's an unbelievable power play guy. He shoots the puck. He makes great plays, so he'll be a tough challenge with him in the lineup for sure.
What was it like to cross the border?
What's that?
What was it like to cross the border?
Not much issue. No issue at all.
What do you remember about your playing days here in Toronto and some of the good Norris Division battles you had this year?
Lots of fun back in those days. There's no doubt, but different hockey now altogether. But I loved coming to Toronto back in those days as a player. You're facing off against Motor City Smitty and Wendell Clark and those guys. So they were good old days and a lot of fun. But I can't remember a whole lot from those days.
I know you don't like to talk much about your goalies, but Georgiev has a pretty good history against the Maple Leafs. I'm curious, in your conversations with Benny, how much of their previous history against teams go into starting?
Well, you obviously put that in the back of your mind. I mean, the previous history, but also you're looking at who's playing well now, what do you got going for your team, and Shishky had a great game the last game, so Benny will make a decision. He'll talk to me about it, and we'll see who's going tonight.
With Gauthier, we've talked about him a lot. He's only played one of your first 3 games, though. What does he need to do to stay in the lineup?
Well, he came to camp as one of those bubble guys, I mean, we thought he's a good hockey player. He's ready to take another step, and we like a lot what he does. He got speed, he got talent, he got some real good skill. Well, I asked him to play a little bit more abrasive game, finish some more checks and do that type of thing, and he's willing to do that. So he's just it's a matter of, again, what I talked about at training camp. We had 23 players in the roster, and there's not room for everybody every night, and that's what happens. I don't like sitting out guys, but that's part of the business. That's part of the job as a coach, and sometimes you got to fill in with a different type of player, a penalty kill guy or something like that. So that's how we do as coaches. We just don't say, well, you're not playing tonight. We try and make reasons behind it, and not every guy's a good penalty killer. Not every guy's a power play guy. So we try and do the best we can with our lineups.
Is there something about Adam Fox that you've learned that you didn't know watching him from afar?
Real good. Yeah, no, he's like, again, I was watching games last year, and not being in the league as a coach, and you watch games on TV as a fan some nights, and other nights you watch it as a coach, and I thought he was a good player last year. Now I see what all the fuss is about, the way he moves the puck, and when you watch him every day at practice, and his skill level, his talent level, and the hockey IQ is second to none.
Obviously, every team faces injuries and COVID protocol, and you've said
Yeah.
that before, but is it at all frustrating that you haven't been able to have any continuity with the lineup?
It's going to be moving parts all season long. So, like I said, I wish we had our top guys? Definitely. But we'll move on. We'll play the best we can and work hard. And it's no excuses for not winning games. I mean, you put your lineup together. It's an NHL lineup out there, and you might have to play a little bit different, some guys, but it is what it is. And we're ready to play against a good Toronto team tonight and try and win a hockey game.